It is not just day to production, it's actually even before that, right? I mean, for example, authoring an agent is not difficult. There are many tools which will help you do that, especially the agents which does not need to access, for example, complicated enterprise data sources, etc. Right? But making sure it is actually correct, that's not an easy thing to do. And you cannot just run a few tests and guarantee that it is going to give you correct results all the time, right? So both evaluating an agent, I mean, authoring part has become very easy. Evaluating that it is correct and hardening it so that you can actually deploy it in production environment as a part of building it is not easy either, right? So that's one of the problems we are trying to solve, because in order to run it in an enterprise environment, you essentially have to test it in a sandbox, which is almost like a digital twin of your enterprise environment, right? Because the access to various different data sources you have, authentication that you need, etc., that could be very different from your local environment than in your production environment. And unless you can test it during building, you have to spend a lot of time testing it while you're trying to deploy it, right? So even that part is not easy. But the way I actually think about it, what is that you really care about in terms of an agent running? You care about its quality, its accuracy, its compliance. And there are 3 steps to that. First, what we are talking about, you have to evaluate that during building, right? While you are running it, you have to make sure that what you tested is actually kind of following that same pattern in your runtime. You need to have a whole set of guardrails. I mean, I call it trust but verify. I mean, you have, somewhat verified it, but I mean, in production, you have to keep your eyes and ears open, because you might get into a different scenario, give you an answer which you may or may not like. There may be reputational harm, there may be commercial harm, there will be a lot of other things that can happen, right? So that is during running. But that's not end of it.
Mhm.
You also have to prepare after the agents have stopped running. You also need data that you need to collect so that it's auditable post facto. A regulator might come, your auditor might come, your boss might come and say that, Jess, your agent did some terrible thing. How did it happen? Right? Or is it you, or is it one of your agents? I mean, that accountability and auditability is also very important. And those are very, very difficult problems to solve, and that's what we are trying to solve.